So, I wanted to tell you about this woman. In case you're not familiar with her, her name is Sassy Grand, and she is an absolute jewel. So, she's 95 years old. She takes care of herself. And by the way, in case you guys are wondering what that rustling noise is, that is me cooking my dinner. So, I'm going to cook while I talk, and I figure I'll probably just do two things at the same time. Hello, Oreo. Oreo, can you move? Okay, so if you hear chopping, I'm not killing anything. It's really just me prepping. So anyway, this woman is 95 years old. She looks absolutely incredible. And the thing about her is, I can't remember if this was the exact video because I didn't rewatch it again. I know. But one of the things she says about her is that she makes sure she gets rid of negative people in her life and she doesn't keep them around. And I got to thinking about it. You know, some of the people, I've touched upon this in previous streams. There are certain people out there that cannot wait for you to fail. And the reason why they are like this is because they are not happy with their own life and they figure, well, misery loves company. And those kind of people, like, you might think of them as being supportive because you've known them for maybe a number of years, but in actuality, when something bad happens to you, they're going to say, oh, good, well, at least I am better, you know, at least that kind of thing didn't happen. And, for example, right, some person might be going through an entrepreneurial venture, and then let's say they say, oh, yeah, you know, maybe I can make a good amount of money and I can be my own boss. Now, there are some people who would say, oh, you know, good for you, you know, I hope it works out. But then there's also going to be people who say, you know, this person wants to make it on their own. Gosh, you know, I hope they fail, because that will just, you know, that would just be reinforcement that that people shouldn't be entrepreneurs. Hey, I'm doing a stream right now. So when let's say an entrepreneurial venture doesn't work out, those people, like, you might not hear about it, right? Let's say if you're that person, but those people might secretly think, oh yeah, or they might tell their friends, oh yeah, you know, so and so wanted to start their own cupcake business and it failed. I knew it was gonna fail. You know, it's like, yeah, so some people, they might not want to venture out doing their own thing, and when they find out someone is doing their own thing, then they kind of see it as, you know, it's like they will get satisfaction from that kind of thing. So the reason why I'm mentioning this is because when I look back at my own life, I realize, you know, I hear things from people where it's like, I hear things from people where it's like you hear people talking about other people, but it's not good things. It's not. It's like they say one thing, but they say one thing to that person's face, but in private, it's you know that they're not wishing them well at all. So. Yeah, it's like when a person's going off to do something that makes them a little uncertain, and let's say they're a good person, and again, you know, they just want to better their life. They're taking on a risk, like an entrepreneurial thing or whatever, right? It's like they're not confident about it, but they could use all the support. And I think if word ever gets back to that person, 100%, those are the kind of people that really should be cut off, because yeah. So yeah, I was planning to do a better stream, but I realized I cannot chop and I cannot type at the freaking same time. So this is a little, and I got Oreo over here who's asking me for food. So yeah, long story short, not going to too much of a tangent. I'm gonna have to go back to this thing. I really suggest that you guys check out this woman. She is absolutely incredible. I hope that when I turn her age, you know, I hope that I live to be 95 or older than 95. I hope that I'm as polished as she is. I hope that I have a lot of what's that word, spunk as she does, and I hope I look as good as she does. Now I know some people would say, Erica, she looks wrinkly. You know, you can see that she has a twinkle in her eye. You if you watch her videos, you
That's
can
her
also
glass
tell,
eye.
huh?
That's her glass eye. She had it replaced 60 years ago.
No, why are you saying that stuff about her? She doesn't have a glass eye. She can see.
That's where the twinkle is from.
No, no, I mean, like, no, she has a really good life. She has a lot of people who love and care for her. If you hear her talk to her grandson, I believe it's her grandson, um, there's so much love and respect. It's like, it's just incredible. I mean, I think that having strong family bonds is a really important thing to have, you know, if you can have that. Now, of course, it's not always possible, right? Because sometimes, you know, some parent isn't the greatest, but if you do manage to, let's say, if you find yourself um, around family that really loves and cares for you, really cherish it. Because I think that, like, even when I think about what happens with my uncle, right, you guys know my uncle has cancer. He has so much family who love and support him, who pray for him, who see him in the hospital. And oh wait, he's not in the hospital anymore, he got discharged, my bad. And those are, in my opinion, those are the things that are kind of pushing him forward, you know, to get better. I can't imagine, like, I think sometimes when people feel isolated and they don't have friends and they don't have family, then it can really wear them down. So, well, what are you looking for?
USB-C cable.
Look at the phone section.
Or my little white USB card reader that I lost a week and a half
Look
ago.
at the phone section.
Thank you.
Do you see it? I should have like a phone section somewhere. You want me to get it for you?
Oh, you're streaming. Don't worry about it. Erica, you're streaming.
No. Let me find it.
You're not my maid, Erica.
No. I just want to find it for you. Try looking for stereo audio.
Erica, you're streaming. Your fans will wait. You don't have to look for this for me.
Huh? I had it. Oh, here it is. Here, this one, right here.
Thank
Here's
you.
your cable. I want the pulley that everything would get on the closet. I already have the container. Anyway. So yeah, she, you know, she looks great. She takes care of herself all the time, and just amazing, just amazing. She has such a strong love for her family, and her she loves her family as well. And I really think, like, one of the most anti-aging things is surrounding yourself with people who love and care for you. Not the people who secretly want to pull you down. Because here's the thing, like, let's say you go, like I said, let's say you do an entrepreneurial venture, and then you fail. Because not all entrepreneurial ventures work, right? I mean, especially with, like, nowadays with the economy. So let's say you did a cupcake business, you put your all into it, you thought you would be able to live off that income. Unfortunately, your cupcake business failed. And then you, again, if you have a person who whispers it, who tells you, like, oh yeah, you know, I told you that was a stupid idea, you know, see, this is what happens when you try to do, like, something stupid, like having a cupcake business, you know, even if they know that, you know, opening your own cupcake business was a dream of yours. Those kind of people, in my opinion, who will kick you when you're down, you gotta get rid of them. Because those kind of people are just waiting for you to fail, and those people will never truly support you, because it will piss them off to see you thrive, and it irritates them so much. Like, they are such small, insecure people that they cannot stand the thought of people doing well. And I know some of you people will be like, oh, Erica, you know, that isn't true. No. If you have gone through life, you will realize that there are people out there like this, that just thrives on seeing people fail, because they have such an empty life that they cannot, they don't want people to be joyful about their own accomplishments, or go into things that really mean something to them. So anyway, so yeah, secret to anti-aging, in my opinion. I'm definitely not no anti-aging specialist, but Surround yourself with people who love you, who support you, that even if you falter, you don't have to worry about them kicking you when you're down. Those kind of people, if they, if they care about you, if they think that you're going down a bad path, they should warn you, but it should come from a place of kindness and understanding. For instance, right? If someone says, "Hey, I know you're doing a cupcake business. I'm just worried about it because I know it's a lot of money. Do you have stuff squirreled away in the event that your business fails?" I don't want to be like a negative Nancy here, but I just want to make sure that you're gonna be okay. Like, I wish you the best, but in the event that it doesn't work out, I don't want you to be financially ruined. See, that is something better to say, right? Like, I just want to, I know it's none of my business, but I just want to make sure that you have some money set aside that in the event that it fails. That's so much better than saying, "Oh, so why are you starting your own business?" I heard in 5 years a lot of businesses fail, and you're probably going to go broke if you do this kind of business. You see, there's like a different kind of tone there. So find people who will like kind of point you in the right direction, who approach you with kindness and love. And if you find yourself around people who just kind of kick you or just look down upon you, and I've known a few people like this, like I could not understand why some people were so hostile towards me. And it's like, I've never done anything to them. I've never, like, I know them, but it's like they seem like they're just irritated by me for whatever reason. And it just like boggled my mind. But that's their issue. That's not my issue. And for a really long time, I used to think like, oh, I must have done something wrong. Why does a person dislike me so much? But again, like, I need to live my life, and I need to just, and if someone has a beef with me and they don't want to tell me what it is, and I don't really know them, or even if I do know them, like, they should tell me, what's going on. I have never ever, like, for the people who hold a beef against me, it's like, geez, like, part of me thinks it's like some people, they think they're better than me. And I'm going to be very, very honest with you. When I was growing up, like, I knew people who thought I was really freaking dumb. And I guess it was just because I was like a idealistic dream. It's like, so some people, it's like, you just gotta be realistic, Erica. You can't just have these like big dreams in your life. That's not how life goes. And it's just like dream killers kind of thing. And, those kind of people, it's like, I feel like a lot of people, they don't, those kind of people, like, I can, like, not in a non-biased way, it's like when you meet them, they just seem kind of miserable. And it's not just to me, it's like to other people too. It's like they think that they're better than other people, even if they're not better than other people at all. But again, I think it comes from a sense of insecurity. I've known women and people who are very successful, and they are so nice. And I don't mean a fake nice, because I can tell what fake nice is, but they do what they can to ask people how they're doing, even if that person cannot benefit them in any way. So these people will talk to, just random, like, strangers, and just be like, "Oh, how are you doing today? Oh, that's good. That's good to hear that you're doing good. Oh, okay, well, take care." Like, those kind of people, it's like, yeah, you just look at those people and you think, wow, they're really inspirational. And I want to be that kind of person in the future, although I don't feel comfortable asking people in New York, like, how are they doing today? Because, that can pass around in Hawaii, but New York, it's like, you say that, people are going to think you're going to mug them or something.
In this neighborhood, they'll think something else.
Yeah, well, I don't even want to show my knees in this neighborhood. You guys know my policy, like, I don't walk out showing my knees. Not my bare knees, because that's just... Yeah.
They won't think you want to mug them.
Huh?
They won't think you want to mug them.
Well, yeah, I'm like 117, 19 pounds or so.
If you walk up to the average person in this neighborhood and say, "Hi, my name is Erica," and you smile,
yeah? And what?
you'll be misinterpreted.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
That's why you need to have Mr. Clinton next to you. Clinton?
Oh, I stopped prepping food. Yeah, I was talking to you guys instead. I was gonna cook steak with Kerrygold butter and rosemary. I know, Clinton. You know, Clinton does not eat steak. He does not eat steak. He eats chicken, some cooked chicken. But the carnivore in this apartment is Oreo. Oreo will eat raw steak. He'll eat cooked steak. He'll eat pork rinds. I mean,
Cheese.
he'll eat cheese too. Yeah, he is a cat of many tastes. You know, he just goes in there and he's willing to try a lot of things, kind of like me. Maybe that's why I love Oreo so much. I see a lot of myself in Oreo. Versus Clinton, he is the carnivore that does not eat a lot of stuff. He's a very picky cat. Very strange. But Blackberry is too. I guess they just didn't go, they weren't out on the streets like Oreo going dumpster diving or something. Sometimes late at night, I see Oreo, like if I dump tuna or something, and I have like a little bit of leftover tuna, I see Oreo trying to dig into the trash can. Like he's a dumpster diver. He'll stand up on his hind legs and use his paws and like try to dig into the trash can. I'm like, oh, Oreo, he doesn't have enough food. So let's see here. Yeah, he is so positive. Make that toxic people. Negative people are part. Okay, yeah, toxic, negative people. Okay, so toxic and negative people, because there are some people, like I said, there are some people out there who will smile in your face and then wish for you to fail. And then there's also negative people who just, it's like they don't say anything good, they just shoot you down, and then yeah. So Anya said the simple reason is some people, when they see you more successful than them, they rationalize that by insisting you must have cheated somehow to get ahead of them. Yeah, I have known people like that actually. Usually for for successful women, if they're attractive, they'll be like, she must have slept her way to the top. Oh yeah,
Worked for me.
Huh?
It worked for me.
What do you mean slept your way to the top? Who did you sleep
How
with?
do you think I get all my schematics?
Huh?
How do you think I get all my schematics?
You slept with who? Okay, I guess he's not going to be naming things. So allegedly, Lewis has such a strong desiring. Why do I have a feeling like most of these people who have schematics are men?
I'm not saying I was proud of it.
I'm just saying, like most of your audience is men.
Is there anything wrong with that?
Anyway, yeah, because I know it would sound attractive, right? If it was like, oh yeah, the person with the schematics was the smoking hot person, but let's be honest here, most people with schematics would not be like a femme fatale kind of person. No, I don't know what he was talking about you. Oh, no. No, Emily, no. Not me. Why would I give this guy schematics? I wouldn't even know where I would get the schematics. I know people would say, from China, but no, it wasn't from me. Well, yeah, we're doing pretty good. Sometimes they're just insane. Some people just want you to fail for irrational reasons. I think it really stems from insecurity. And plus, it's easier to feel better about oneself, right? If you know someone there is like beneath you. Like if you know someone is struggling to, let's say, make it as a singer. Let's just give an example, right? And you hear about them like going on to those auditions and they keep failing. It's easier to be like, oh yeah, see that person? They're wasting their life away chasing their dreams. Man, see, this is why you don't chase after what you want to do unless it makes you money. Because if you want to be a singer, then yeah, it's not gonna work out. But then if a person does break out as a singer, then the answer, the reason would most likely be, oh, they just got lucky, or oh, yeah, it's not gonna last long, or oh, they might have slept with someone to get that. So it's just all this justification. So yeah. Anyway. Yeah, so anyway, that's all I wanted to say about this. I thought this was going to be a better stream. But I think I'm just hungry, so I'm like, part of my brain is thinking like, ooh, steak. steak, cook the steak. But yeah, definitely check out this woman. She takes care of herself, and although she has wrinkles, right? Although she doesn't look like a supermodel, she carries herself so incredibly well. She has such a great heart, and she's so loving. She's so incredibly loving, and I want to be like her, you know. I want to be like a version of her when I get older, because she really, like, when I see her and I see how mentally sharp she is at 95, I think, man, she really shows that you can be 95 years old, be mentally sharp, still have sass. Her name is Sassy Grand. Still have sass in your in the way you speak, and still look great. I mean, she's not wearing like tube tops or high heels or anything like that. You know, she's dressing for her body, but the way she carries herself is absolutely amazing. So, yeah. Which of the tangents did I want to say? Everything. Somehow it's all related. Yeah, I make this little spider web, and I'm like, somehow I hope it makes sense. Anyway, so the steak is waiting for me, and my hunger is getting to me, and I think I'm depriving myself of sustenance right now by just looking at this, and I'm like, I gotta make some food. So I will talk to you guys later. But yeah, check out her channel. Really great stuff. I've been watching her videos, and I laugh at what she says. I learn so much from her, and I really, really, really aspire to be something similar to her. Or like similar to that level when I'm older. I don't fear aging. I think that I just need to keep up with things, and if I keep up with things, you know, maybe I'll be 95 and fabulous. What do you think, Clinton, huh? Oh, he wants a head rub.
Clinton? Clinton?
What? What is it?
Clinton? What do you think? Why have you been quiet our entire stream?
Because I'm holding his paw.
Clinton, you haven't said a word.
I'm holding his paw.
You're supposed to speak, Clinton.
He doesn't have to speak.
He always should speak.
No.
That's what he does.
No.
That's how you know that he's doing well.
What? No.